Over the last 3 weeks, we've been talking to you about the changes we've been seeing in the market. And most of it flies in the face of what you might expect with the doom and gloom, high interest rate type headlines that we're seeing in the media. So today we're going to take a little bit deeper dive into both the market activity and some statistics that support that. So Natalie, you had an experience at a showing in McFarland?
Yes, I took some clients to an open house in McFarland on Saturday, and we were there within the first 30 minutes that it started. There were about 30 some people inside. There was a literal line waiting to walk upstairs just to view the other bedrooms. I spoke with the listing agent. She said they had 50 showings scheduled on top of that crazy open house. It's definitely starting to heat up. We're seeing that activity coming back.
Yeah, and sight unseen offers?
Yes, sight unseen offers are back. We've had 2 on our most recent active listing in Madison, and
we have accepted offers going 10%ish over asking price.
Yes.
And what we've had a buyer lose out.
Yes.
Going 50K over the asking price.
Yes, 50K over, crazy, but.
And this is January, so you know it might not quite be what it's portrayed as so far. Mm-hmm. So next, some stats for Dane County. We're just talking the first 3 weeks of this year. Natalie, why don't you share the stats on what we've seen for new listings?
Sure. So the first of the year, we have seen 163 new active listings in this year, and then last year there were 259 in the same time frame.
So to summarize that, last year was a very low supply market, like all-time low for the amount of inventory that's out there. And this year, we're down a very significant percentage from that.
Right.
And then to take a look at supply, this is only a sample of what we can see here at MHB, but over the last 60 days or so, we've had 91 new buyers enter kind of our pipeline or potentially be buyers for 2023. And over that same period, we've only had 70 sellers come to us. So that kind of tells us that this lack of supply but high demand is continuing to tilt further in favor of sellers.
Absolutely.
Now, what do we expect that to do for sale prices? I'm going to go through some stats from January and then talk about what we expect to see in February. So far in January, the average sale has been $463,000 in Dane County. In December, the average price was $459,000. So we're up $4,000 over the last month. For perspective, if we rewind all the way back to January of last year, the average sale price was only $423,000. So we're up quite a ways. Mm-hmm. Now, the most interesting part of this is the activity we've been talking about in the market. The last 3 weeks of things starting to be spring-like and crazy. Mm-hmm. We're not going to know those sale prices until maybe late February, early March, when everything from this time period closes. But based on what we're seeing, I think it's very safe to say right now is way stronger than it was in December. And as a result of that, we can expect prices to continue to rise from here. And being that it's January, right, you know, we're not even in the heat of spring yet, I think it's going to be a very strong market for values. And one of the only obstacles we might see in the market is having enough supply. So for sellers, if you're thinking of selling this year, even right now tends to be a pretty good time when there's only 163 listings for the year, down from an all-time low last year, and it's going to continue to be strong. So that's what we've got for the weekly update. We're going to continue to bring you a vibe on the market week after week. Thanks for tuning in.
Thank you.